Hey, JC here again for RetireCheap.Asia. Finally, we get some people coming over here that I actually can connect with that have started out coming to the website RetireCheap.Asia and seeing some of the videos and then end up over here and I get to meet them in person. And one of these guys, Rich, who I have here today, he's one of the first people that connected with me through RetireCheap.Asia and my YouTube videos. So I'm really happy that we had a chance to meet in person. And first of all, I want to thank you so much for being part of my community that we're trying to build that are looking for options in life. So again, I want to thank you for being part of our family.
Hey, what's the proper Thai phrase? Mai bin rai? Is that the proper? No worries.
Mai bin rai. No worries.
No worries.
Yeah,
so that's what I've learned since I've been here. I haven't been here that long. So I started watching when JC first started his YouTube presence and of course his cheap, what is it? I'm sorry, Asia.
RetireCheap.Asia?
RetireCheap.Asia.
I'm not doing a good enough job marketing this thing because people don't remember the name. It's not good enough marketing. But, what's funny about that is a lot of people type in RetireCheap.Asia.com because they mostly are conditioned that it's a .com. So I had to buy that domain name. Because I was seeing a lot of searches coming to my site was from that. So anyway, yeah, but I guess the name doesn't stick too well.
What's surprising though is it seems like JC has been on the internet longer than he actually has been. I was telling him the other day, it seems like you've been on more than a year, but it's just been, what, January?
Yeah, I started out in January.
And that's amazing to me because it started to snowball a little bit now. So anyway, I started when he first started back on January, I guess. And watching the YouTube videos, and I thought, man, I started changing a little bit of the way I was thinking. I'd been previously thinking that the way America was going, and for my retirement, I was going to have to do something different because my money just was not going as far, and with the current economy in America, it's just so bad, and I'm having to change jobs now. My business was failing. And I was having to think of alternatives. What am I going to do for my retirement? I can't stretch my dollar here in America any farther. It's only going to. What am I going to live in a shack out in the woods? I mean, my God.
So what actually prompted you to get on a plane and come over? Tell me this. Just don't worry about the camera stuff. Just tell me what prompted you to actually make the move, get on a plane, and come check it out.
Well, I was changing my life. My life was I helped a guy out back in December make a sale to Home Depot. Then he was very grateful for that, and he offered me a job in Los Angeles. So I said, well, before I change my life and really make a big change, because I was coming from Atlanta, I'm going to do something that's going to be different. I've got to get outside the box. I was boxing myself in too much, just standing at the computer and looking at other people live their lives. And I said, I can't do that. What am I going to be, a hermit? I mean, I was turning into a hermit. And come on, guys, a lot of you know that's what you do. You sit in front of that doggone box and not experience life. You've got to get out there. It's not that expensive.
Yeah.
We had lunch.
Even if you wanted to sit in the box, it's a lot cheaper to sit in the box over here.
You can do it with beautiful ladies at the bar.
It's a very inexpensive box we can hang out in over here. So
we had lunch the other day, and this is I'm not trying to convince you. This is the way it is. Okay, it was 80 baht. Between the two of us, we had chicken and cashew nuts. I had a Pepsi, you had a water. It was 80 baht. So you're looking at what, $2.50, $3?
Yeah.
Between the two of us for lunch, and it was an excellent lunch. Guys,
and you also came over because one of the things you wanted to do was address some dental issues you had.
There you go.
And so, first of all, you went in for an initial checkup. Okay, first the checkup itself. Tell me just a short answer of how did you find the facility and how did you find the dentist?
Oh, this facility was cleaner actually than some I've seen in America, to be truthful. They were very professional. When I arrived there, everyone was to lunch and it was very quiet and people were cleaning up. And then they came back from lunch and greeted me and took me in for the examination. And the doctor was very knowledgeable, spoke English, understood what I was saying, understood what I needed.
And how much was the cost of the initial visit?
This is going to freak some people out here, but it was only 100 baht So you're looking at over $3. You know,
about $3.50, 33 cents at this point. But yeah,
can you imagine that,
less than
America?
$3.50.
The last time I went to an examination, it was about $150. And guess that was a while back. I mean, I stopped going to the doctor. I'm sure some of you have done the same thing. I couldn't afford it. I just stopped about 5 years ago. You know,
and that's not something anybody should have to give up. I mean,
you shouldn't have to do that.
One of the things, especially as we get older, is we really got to stay on top of our health. I have a saying, you know, kill the monster while it's a baby. You don't want things to get out of control where it's really a major issue. And so this is one of those things. And so the doctor did the checkup, and she determined that you could use a teeth cleaning and 4 fillings. Was that correct?
Actually, teeth cleaning, 3 fillings. And we're going to extract 1 tooth and maybe come back at a later date.
But the next visit is teeth cleaning?
Teeth cleaning. We got teeth cleaning, 3 fillings, and then tooth extraction. 3 fillings. Per filling was 500 baht each, so we're looking at 1,500 baht. And then the cleaning, I think, was 300 or 500 baht, something like that. That's nothing.
So we're talking about $80 for 3 fillings and
That's
a teeth
nothing.
cleaning.
Oh my God! Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
And for the tooth extraction, it's going to be how much money? That's a different appointment, but the tooth extraction?
I think it was 800 baht, 500, 800 baht. It was nothing, you know. Can you imagine that in America? I mean, if you were doing those fillings and...
Well, people know what it's like in America,
you guys know. You guys know going to the dentist.
Some people's teeth are falling out because they can't afford to go to a dentist, you know? So now you've been here how many days now?
I came the 5th. We're on the 18th today. So I've been here for a while. Started out
almost 2 weeks.
Almost 2 weeks now.
So tell me your overall feelings and thoughts about your trip in Thailand and Southeast Asia and the Thai people. So as far as the people, you found them to be gracious and as a whole, as a generality.
As a whole, they're very gracious. But any tourist town that you can, it doesn't matter. Pattaya is just like any other sea town you're going to get in America, you're going to get in France. There are going to be people with attitudes because, you know, for one reason or another, you know, that's just the way they are.
How about Chiang Mai?
Oh my God. The difference between Bangkok and Pattaya and Chiang Mai is just night and day. They're so much friendlier and so much laid back here in Chiang Mai. I feel much more at home here in Thailand once that I came here to Chiang Mai. I really enjoy this much more than Pattaya and Bangkok.
So how far do you think the average retirement income, say somebody had between $500 and $1,000 a month to spend, could they live a better life over here on that much money than they can back home?
Oh my God, you could live so well on just 500, you would not believe it.
I mean, I started this because I looked on a blog because I said, yeah, you could live for 500, and people were arguing. And I said, well, they're arguing yes or no, and I wanted to show them that they actually could. And that's sort of been one of my goals, was to do that, to show people. But now you've come over, and it's not just me saying it.
No, it's not just JC saying it. What I did in Pattaya, I had to save a little bit of money. I'm on a very fixed budget for this trip. So I would have like 200 baht days, where that's all I was going to spend on food. And it was very easy. The cart food, you go around, it's 30 baht or 40 baht for some pad thai noodle or some stir fry or something.
So that's less than $10 a day.
Oh my God, way less than $10 a day. And the food was fresh. I never had any problems with my stomach or anything. And it was great.
So would you recommend a trip like this to other people to come check it out before they made the big move, you know, to come check it out?
Right, that's what I'm doing here, is I'm checking it out. That's why I went to Bangkok, Pattaya, Chiang Mai, and actually I was going to go to Laos, but I've stayed here in Chiang Mai because I like it. Plus, I'm going to do more dental work like we were talking about. So I'm staying another week. But I found accommodation, I think, for 9 days. It ends up being, what, $110, I think, something like that, which is about 350 baht a day. And it's air conditioning. I've got Wi-Fi. One thing I point out in some of my videos, I do videos on YouTube as well.
Yeah, you got to check out Rich's, Rich Voyages.
Rich Voyages.
RichVoyages.com.
Or just Rich Voyages on YouTube.
On YouTube, Rich Voyages on YouTube.
But what I always say, and you know, JC says the same thing, go back a few streets. You get a big savings, and you're going to learn more about the people that way.
Yeah. You want to
know.
get out of the tourist areas, the heavily trafficked tourist areas, and another thing about that is if you actually left Chiang Mai or Pattaya and actually go out, 15, 20 minutes from the city, it changes as well. People become much more gracious and stuff because they're not, constantly in contact with foreigners, and so we're an aberration to those people, and we're very well respected by them. Whereas, you go to the tourist areas and it's like, oh, more tourists, So I recommend people going to places where they can actually experience the real Thai culture.
Oh, yeah. One thing, this was a big jump for me. Don't think this was an easy thing for me. I was sitting there in front of the computer going, what are my options? I'm over 50 now. What am I going to do? But I just couldn't sit there. You have to make the leap of faith, and you have to do something with your life. The trip was not that expensive for the airline and such, and comparatively to what I'm saving on the dental, that's the savings right there.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know.
And I'm hoping in my own way that I'm helping to make that transition or that leap a little more palatable for people.
This is the guy right here, man. This is the guy I'm telling you.
So I'm going to try and set up things where I can actually lead people from the stage of watching the videos to maybe meeting them over here, or leading them day by day of when they get back and they've decided to make the change to go through a day by day step to finalize the things they need to do and get prepared to come here and still have contact with loved ones and have all the infrastructure set up to live the normal life once they hit Thailand.
I got to tell
wherever.
you, I wasn't expecting you. I thought seriously, I thought we were going to have a coffee and that's it. I wasn't going to see JC anymore. That was like, I'll just have a coffee. That's it. But this guy's facilitated my stay here in such a manner and made me feel at home by helping me understand my surroundings better and where I was, in relation to everything, and with the dental and such, that it's just, it's been such a big help, and thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I thought, like I said, I thought maybe coffee and like I see the guy again,
Well, again, it's the outcome, and I tell everybody, no matter what work you're in, stay focused on what the outcome is.
Yeah.
And my outcome is to make sure that this is easy for people to do, that they understand what they're going to have, really. And that's why I want to interview people that actually come over. I want them to know for real what they're going to get here and how other people feel, not just my opinions. And any way I can help people to do that, then that's my job, And it's a great job, I love my job. Well, thanks, Rich, for your words of kindness and
for introducing me to Thailand
and your support of what I'm doing, and also the support of helping other people to achieve a better life for less money. I always say, I want people to have more life for less money, and I think that's what
Now, you get people on YouTube and such that are they're a little false, and the way they're presenting themselves. JC is the real thing. I'm telling you, he's presenting exactly the way he is the way he shows on YouTube in his videos.
I appreciate that.
Exactly the same way.
Well, that's who I am. What can I say? If I try and be somebody other than I am, I don't think it would work anyway. So.
Also, if anybody wants to talk to me, you're welcome to email me on YouTube. I'll tell you about my experiences here in Thailand and try to, funnel you to JC or whoever. And because this is the real thing. I'm not making this stuff up. So that's just it's the real deal.
Well, again, thanks a lot, Rich. And there you go. So, remember, there's always an option.